I've been getting this question a lot. You actually continue to believe in God going through all this shit that you're going through. So that is assuming the person who asks such a question, that's assuming that we still believe in God. I do. Actually, though, you're going to have to just play with it how you want, because these days to God, the name God, that I'll also use universe or divine love or spirit or just love, whatever it might. I believe there's an essence. And Jews would call that essence Yahweh. Muslims would call that essence Allah. Buddhists would call it some form of enlightenment. Christians call it God. But I do think that the question comes from a certain understanding of who God is and what God must be like. I don't know that I share that understanding, because it's not a far reach for me to say, I have this bullshit disease. God is still good and beautiful and true and merciful and gracious and on my side, and God's here for it. Here's why I think that is. Number one, there's a popular thought that everything happens for a reason. And so number one, there would need to be some type of orchestrating being that's causing things to happen, and then everything happens for a reason. It serves a purpose, or it would be fate or whatever it might be. But I actually don't believe that everything happens for a reason. I think there's just a lot of bullshit in life. And I think there's a lot of beauty in life. That's why I say it the way I say it. It's absolutely beautiful. And life is a clusterfuck. I don't think it all happens for a reason. It just happens. And it's called life. Blame a divine being for that. The second thing is, I hear this a lot, God never gives you more than you can handle. Listen, any God that decided that it was a good idea to give me ALS said God is a punk. Like, if not an asshole. I don't know how else to say it. I don't think God doesn't give us more than we can handle. I don't think God does this. I think life does this. Life is hard, and so life deals things out. Ultimately, life deals the cards, and we play the cards. And the invitation for a person of soul and a person of spirit would be to play that hand as best you can and do it in cooperation with love. Do it in cooperation with God. Do it in cooperation with the universe, and see where it leads. To say God doesn't give us more than we can handle means that God's the one that's dishing it out. Why? I think life's dishing it out, and what I think is dishing out is grace and mercy. I think God knows life's going to give you more than you can handle. I'm going to invent this thing called grace, and grace is what I give you. It enables you to do things that you didn't even know you were capable of. So it's really quite easy to continue for me to move in line with thinking in some way, shape, or form that there is a God. What I believe is that there's something that is holding all of this together and driving all of this somewhere even more beautiful than what it is right now. And I think it's beautiful right now. That could be divine enlightenment, universe, Holy Spirit. It's driving us. It's knitting everything together. And whatever this is, it's in this that we live, and it's in this that we move. It's in this that we have it's kind of mystical, and it's not easy to put your finger on. It's not easy to figure out, and I love that. It's a mystery.